Hello, everyone. Welcome to my episode. And we're going to talk about homeschooling and how homeschooling learn sports through online courses. Today, we have a special guest. Her name is Adrienne Brown. She's an expert in homeschooling, and also she's helping mom how to cope with homeschooling and how to be more productive as a stay-at-home mom. And by the way, if you'd like to learn more about my program, it is called confidenceperformance.com. I offer free course with regards to basic Taekwondo and basic self-defense. And check it out, confidenceperformance.com/free course. I also have a podcast called The Lioness Roar, like roar. Check it out from my website. I have all the information on my website. Let's listen to Miss Brown. Ta-da! Hello! Welcome. So she is Adrienne Brown. She is an expert in homeschooling, and as mentioned before, and then let's listen to her. And I would like to ask Adrienne, how about you introduce yourself?
Hi, how you doing, Sarah? Thank you so much for having me, and hi to her audience. Anyway, my name, as she said, is Adrienne Brown, and I am a homeschool mom of 8. I have that tag name because I have 8 children.
Wow.
4 of them are biological, and we adopted 4, my husband and I. Anyway, I have homeschooled for the last 26 years. My oldest son is 31. He is he graduated. He's a college graduate. He went to West Point Army. That's West Point is the military academy. He
it's
actually
the best army in the world. I mean, in the U.S. also.
Oh yes, and he graduated from there. Then I had another son who was also a military officer. And he's 30 years old. Then, of course, I have a 25-year-old son and a 21, all college graduates. And then I have 4 who are still home. I have a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 12-year-old, and a 8-year-old. Anyway, all of my kids, some of them, the ones that I adopted, they actually did attend public school. But once we adopted them, we started homeschooling them, and they just fell right into place with our system. And actually, they really enjoy homeschooling more than they did public school. My daughter said it's more challenging, actually, which I'm happy about. Anyway, and so my goal as an older mom in parenting, also, I did mention that I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've been a stay-at-home mom for, I guess, about almost 30 years. Yes, I've been a stay-at-home mom, and I love that. I have always enjoyed being home, raising my own children, raising them, homeschooling them, and just spending my time, being able to spend my time with them. Anyway, so my goal in life right now is to be able to transfer what I've learned to other young moms who may not have the skill to be a mother or homeschool or run a business while they're at home or homeschooling, or they may not have someone that they can turn to. Because, believe it or not, there are women out there that are like that, because I was like that. I was born and raised on the West Coast, but I found myself living on the East Coast, and I did not have relatives out here. I didn't have anyone I could go to tell me how to be a mother, or tell me how to raise my kids, or tell me how to be a wife. So that's a hard place to be when you have to figure all of that stuff out for yourself. And I learned trial and error. So I want to eliminate those hard, tough times for younger moms, younger parents, by helping them. And therefore, I created a course that will help them do that. And that's my whole objective. I have a YouTube channel and all of that, because I want to be able to help younger moms to embrace who they are with their children, and to love doing it, and to feel good about doing it. That's my mission now.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's so touching. That's so touching. Like, I remember I stayed home for my kids, but only
Mhm.
for 4 years, and I really, really love it. So
Yes.
I know some people may not able to afford it, but if you
Mhm.
can afford it, why not? It's good for the kids, and the kids love it. I love it. When I was a kid, my mom stayed home for all of us. I really love it. I appreciate it very much. Even though she may not have pension, actually she didn't have pension.
Uh-huh.
She relied on us to give her monthly allowance, but I don't mind. I really appreciate that when she stay home for all of us.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they said the kids are happier. I know I
Uh-huh.
have friends that do not like to take care of kids at home, and they say, "No, I'm not good in parenting. I prefer to send my kids to daycare." So yeah, but if you have the
Wow.
passion with the parenting and you have the passion to stay home with the kids, why not? And they learn a lot and they're more secure, maybe happier. I'm sure they're happier. And I appreciate my mom, and I think I'm happier. So yeah, I'd
Yes.
like to learn
Yes.
more about that. And tell us more about your homeschooling and how do you manage your time?
Well, I am a advocate of like block timing, blocking
Mm,
my time for anything I need to do. Like if for my own personal time, my self-care regeneration time, I get up in the mornings every morning, and between 6 and 8:30, that's my time. My time to work on my business, to do my devotionals, which is the first thing I do when I get up in the morning because that's
mm,
where I find my strength. I have to do devotionals to keep my mind to work on my mind, the spiritual part of me. And then the rest of that time, I'm able to come in here and get on my computer and work on my business. I have specific blocks of time. When it's time for me, for my children to get up, they know we have trained them to the point to where they don't have to come to me to fix breakfast for them. They fix their own breakfast. We have things that are, we have simple things for the younger ones to do, like cereal or bagels or burrito wraps or something like that. Something very simple. Or their sister could cook eggs for them, make biscuits, make anything. Because she's 16, she helps me tremendously. So while they're getting breakfast, I'm sitting down getting their school books ready. So homeschooling has a lot of perks. You can train your kids to help you in so many ways. I don't remember the last time that I had to really just get in the kitchen and clean up the kitchen all by myself. I don't have to do that. So because of the training that the kids have, and I find the time. Like I said, we homeschool. After they finish eating their breakfast, we're homeschooling from that time on until around 2 because I want to get it over with. And sometimes we finish at 12 o'clock. It just depends on how diligent the child is. And my teenager, she does a lot of her high maths, like she's doing algebra 2. That's an online program that she does. I don't really even have to do anything for her. She does that on her own. She's enrolled in college courses, um, language 101 and 101. And by the way, she got an A in both classes. But that's something she does on her own, as in high school. So that is our actual schooling time. And then once that's all over, we have a downtime.
mm,
Between 3 and 4, they're reading, just going outside to play or whatever they want. And then what do? I get on the computer and work on my business again. And then I do that until 5 o'clock, 5:30. Then that's my exercise time. I have an hour. I give myself at least an hour to work out. I do aerobics or weightlifting or something to keep my physical self taken care of. So and then after that, I'm trying to give you all my entire day. And then after that, my husband usually takes over because he's retired. So he usually do a lot of the cooking. So I don't really have to worry about cooking too much anymore. I do every once in a while, but most of the time I do not cook. So he'll have dinner ready. So we eat dinner around 6:30 and we watch the news as we're eating dinner. And then at 7, when that's over, around 7 o'clock, we sit down and have family time. We just talk about, everything. And then at 8 o'clock, my younger ones are in the bed. I don't play that. They go to bed.
Well, they go to bed early. Good job.
They go to bed early. And my younger one, my older girl, she goes to bed around 9:30 during school. On the weekend, she stays up till 10. But we have always had schedules to follow because that is the way I have found to keep the sanity in my home for myself as a mom. Because if mama is not feeling well, the whole house is not feeling well. Mama needs to feel well. So that's how I do it. That's how my time is blocked. It's called block timing.
Mommy time. It's important to have mommy time, right?
Yes, indeed. Mommy time is so important because if mommy is not doing well, how can she help anybody? Right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's like before we can love other people, we have to have self-love. We love
exactly.
So that we can give more love to other people.
Exactly. Self-love is self-love, self-care. Mom must take care of the spiritual side of her, the physical side of her, and the side of you that the creative side of you. That's why I love my businesses, and I, working on my business and writing. I'm creating and just books and different things that I can share with other people. That's my creative side. Being a stay-at-home mom who homeschool and run a business is not easy, but it's very productive. You can be very productive and you can do it. Yes.
Wow, especially with you, like mother of 8. That sounds a lot of work. That appears a lot of work, but you actually handle it really, really good. So what is your secret about it? Like, what is your secret that you can handle it with the house chores, with managing kids and managing their schooling at home? How do you do that?
Well, that's exactly the best word. Manage. I manage. And I'm really a manager. I manage my home. My children know because we taught them young. And remember, I adopted 4 children, and they were not, when I got them, the oldest one was 8. No, it was 9 when we first got them. So I know my management system worked because they came in and they fell into place. They were able to follow what's expected of them. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, they're not, I don't know how to say it. They're not overwhelmed. They're not being used to slave in our home or anything like that. But we just train them in a good way with life skills. And because my husband and I believe in training children and giving them life skills because it's good for them when they leave this house. My 4 older ones who are all gone, they run their own homes. They can do everything. They know how to cut grass, take care of the outside of the home. They know how to take care of their cars. They know how to cook. They know how to wash clothes because we train them. So as a manager, as a mom manager, in order for me to thrive, I have to train my kids. If I don't train them, then I will have to do everything. And I cannot do everything by myself. I learned that a long time ago. But in order to train your children to help you and to help you run the home, you have to let go of perfection. And I'm not I guess a high achiever. I have a high standard and they know that. But I'm not a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. But it's amazing how children thrive when you train them and teach them how to do stuff. And it helps you as a mother to run your home, and it eliminates stress. No one's confused because they know what's expected. Like every morning we have chickens and animals outside. Every morning, my 8-year-old, my 12-year-old, they get up because they know that it's their job to go outside, feed the chickens, feed the cats, collect the eggs, give them water. They know all of that. I don't have to tell them anything. They just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the one going out there having to take care of the animals. They do it. My 16-year-old, she'll come downstairs, and if the younger ones want French toast or omelets or anything that needs cooking, she does that. She helps me because I trained her how to cook. So this is how you manage your home in a way where you can do it, where you can have it all. That's how you do it.
You are a great manager. Like, you know how to delegate. We call it delegate job or task to your children so that they become responsible kids, right? They know their
That's
job.
right.
You don't have to tell them every day, like, this is your task. You have to remember to do it. Like, I don't have to tell you every day. You know your job. And that's
Exactly.
a good way. It's a good way to teach our kids to be responsible and also learning some skill, life skill. The life skill
Yeah.
like cleaning the dish, feeding the animals. Those are life skill that the school may not teach you. The formal school system may not teach you the detail.
That's right. That's right. They don't. The kids, a lot of the kids that are the older kids, like for my older children who went to college, even in the military college, they ran into people who couldn't do any of that stuff.
Hmm.
And they said some of the guys did not even know how to use a lawnmower. And my son was like, Mom, I can't believe some of these guys can't even use a lawnmower. I was like, because they weren't trained. Nobody taught them how to wash their clothes. That's not good. If you're doing a disservice to your child if you don't train them in these things. So I know some moms want their houses to be perfect and to be done a certain kind of way. But even so, you need to train your kids so that they know how to run. When they get into their own home, they'll know how to run it. They'll know what to do. Grocery shopping, all of that stuff. It's very important, Sarah.
Yeah, it is important. And I know not many parents have the time to think about it. When parents are working, for example, when I stay at home, I have more time to think more detail.
Mm-hmm.
I have more time to manage. I have more time to plan because we only have 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine, like, if you are working at the office, you have a full-time job as a mom, work like at least 7.5 or up to 10 hours a week. By the time you come home, you're actually exhausted, you're tired. And you may not have the time to think or plan more. And by the time you get home, you just have to, sometimes you may want to cook. Sometimes parents just order food. And time, it's just not much time to think how to talk to kids, to think how to plan for the kids' event, to think how to plan for their future. And sometimes you're just too tired to talk about it. And sometimes you just do it yourself, it's easier for me to do it than to teach you. It's hard. Like, I don't want to explain to you, so much detail. I'm so tired. Why don't I do it? It's faster. Normally parents think that. Sometimes I do that too. I say, it's just too tiring or too much work and take too much time for me to even explain to you what to do or what to plan, what to plan for your future. It's like, let me do it. Let me do the cooking. Let me wash the dishes. Let me clean the house. Let me take away the garbage because it's clean. It's faster, right? Because I need to sleep for the next day. I need to do many things for the next day. I need to do grocery shopping. And many parents ended up just do it themselves and kids studies more important. Don't worry about the home. That's why I did that kind of mistake too, and I realized, oh no, it's not good for them. And I tell like, what to do? This is your weekly task. Remember that I don't have to tell you every week, and this is your weekly task. You have to do this, do that, and this is your daily task. And if they don't do it, I have to remind them. Sometimes when you are at work at the office, when you come home and you just don't want to do any more work, and you just want to have a rest and do maybe cooking, it's too tired.
So for that mom, because I was there at one time in my life, and I only at the time I only had my two older kids, so I did not. I was very tired when I got home, and at the time I was a single mom. I only had 2 kids, so I had 2 kids, and I was a single mom. So I had to go work, pick them up from 2 different daycares, then get myself to the house, cook for them, and make sure. And I was exhausted. I was just too exhausted. But on the weekends, I still had a chance to have my kids help me, teach them how to help me. They can, if they can pick up a toy, if they can take a toy out, they can put a toy back. So I trained them like that. Even when they were young, I said, look, you pick this, you play with this, so let's go put it back. And I showed them how to do it. I demonstrated it. And after that, when I say it's time to stop, it's time to play, stop playing, they pick their toys up and go put them up because I taught them how to do it. You know, I learned that we have a tendency to tell our kids to do stuff, but without instruction, without instructing them in how to do it. And that's a lot of that causes a lot of problems. So if I want my child to mop the kitchen or take the trash out, I need to demonstrate for them to do that. So a working mom can't do that, teach all of those things all at once. So what she has to do is just take one thing at a time. That working mom you can't, like this, the proverbial saying is, you can't eat an elephant all at once. You eat it bite by bite, right? So what you have to do, excuse me, is train that child just in one thing. And over the weekend, after you're rested, teach them how to cook their own eggs, or teach them how to wash the dishes and put them up properly. Teach them how to load the washing machine. There's always something you can train your child. Homeschooling for us is a way of life, but parenting, mothering, that's a lot. It's a way of life too. It's a lifestyle. You have to teach. You are supposed to take what you know and transfer that to your child. Because if you don't, who's going to teach them? How are they going to know? Even though you're tired, you got to get yourself some rest, and then over the weekend try something. And a lot of moms, when I worked outside the home, you just can't do everything. The magic word is no. No. You have to learn how to say no to certain things, right? It's the key to your rest. You have to say no. You can't do everything. Mm-hmm. And I had no problem saying no to certain things, even in church. I could not serve everywhere in church because I had my little kids. So I had to say no. I chose what I felt like the Lord wanted me to do, and that's why I served. And most of the times, I served where I could be with my kids. I did not throw my kids over there and go serve there. Nope. If I couldn't be there, my husband was there. But, for a working single or a single parent, you won't be able to get it done as fast, but you still can do it. You can get it done. Right?
Yeah, so true. You're so experienced with that. Like, how do you, so in terms of exercise, right? It's homeschool children and homeschool mom. How do you manage your time to exercise? Do you go outside or do you do exercise at home?
Oh, that's a great one. We have both. Sometimes when we would get on every team. We would do basketball, football, soccer, all of that, swim. My kids did it all. But when COVID hit, we had to learn to do things in the house. And that's where the online YouTube came into play. I found Taekwondo online for my son, and I found dance for my child, and they loved it. You can learn. My child was my boy, he is 11 at the time when we first started it, doing the Taekwondo, and he's learned so much, so many moves just by the online video. And that's right. And he learned how to count in Korean. Yeah, he learned all the different stances. He loved it. The kicks, he learned the kicks, and he loves that. He had a chance. These people offer him a chance to earn the belts and everything. right online. So it can be done. Taekwondo is a discipline. It teaches them to let respect. It teaches them self-discipline.
Yeah.
And I like, to be confident in themselves, confidence. So
It's true.
I truly like that. That's
Yeah.
how we do it.
That's how my confidence performance came. I thought many kids lack of confidence, even adults. I myself lack of confidence. Really depends on
Uh-huh.
context.
Uh-huh.
That's how my confidence performance academy was created, and I teach taekwondo through this academy, and I actually created an online course, and whoever are interested, you can check it out, confidenceperformance.com/free course. And I do online teaching. I don't have a physical taekwondo school because I feel that I can reach more people through my teaching.
Uh-huh.
And I really hope to express and transfer my knowledge to the younger generation, but as well as to the older generation, especially for
Yes.
moms. For example, like you are a full-time stay-at-home mom and also a
Yes.
homeschooler mom. I'm sure
Mhm.
many moms would love to do some exercise, and I'm sure
Mhm.
many moms prefer to do online because of pandemic, but also because of the flexibility of places. You can do online course or online learning whenever you are, right? You can do it
Exactly.
at your home, you can do it at the park, you can do it at the beach. So you just have to bring your computer and you can do it there. So that's why
Uh-huh.
I'm doing taekwondo online, and I also open up for adult, especially mom. I myself, mom, I
Mhm.
do understand exercise is important, and we really have to find the time. And I will take this opportunity to actually announce my academy. And for founding member, if you join in the month of May, you're gonna lock in the monthly fee, which is only $10. $10
Oh.
a month, you log in, and we're gonna meet every week. It's like one times a week we meet and we learn taekwondo. We also learn fitness. I'm a certified fitness coach. I teach fitness classes like
Wow.
high low impact, aerobic exercise, and we do aerobic. I created a program called aerobic, which I combine the regular exercise movement, high low impact, with taekwondo movement. Like we do
Wow.
jumping, we do stretching, and we do, people call it yoga. I prefer to do it, call it like stretching and flexibility training and relaxation and high low impact with some aerobic or taekwondo movement. And that's how it is. And yes, I would like to take this opportunity as a surprise announcing my academy. It's called Confidence Performance Academy. The founding member, if you join the month of June, actually I'm actually in this for celebration, Father's Day celebration in the month of June. If you join it, if you become the founding member, you only pay $10 a month and you log in for the rest of um, my life. I would say.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so you can check it out through the link description below, and also Adrienne Brown, her program, her homeschooling program, and how she take care of parents and mom and kids is also in the description. Okay, so check it
Mhm.
out. Yeah, and
Wow. Wow.
yeah, I
That's
hope I have
awesome.
to help you. I have to help you as my in the academy, and we can share more about parenting. We can share more about homeschooling. Many people think that taekwondo is only kicking and punching. It's actually not. I learned so
Uh-huh.
much from taekwondo. The te is like anything with te is anything to do with the lower body techniques like kicking,
Uh-huh.
pushing, and the quan is anything to do with upper body, like punching, like blocking, like knife hand chop, and different
Uh-huh.
type of movement using upper body. And the do is a philosophy of life. It's a way of life. Like in taekwondo, we learn about respecting. It's like there is a rule, like a tenet. We call it tenets of taekwondo. They are respecting the senior. They are about
Uh-huh.
honesty, and honesty, or we call it integrity, is one important element in taekwondo. And we learn
Mhm.
about self-control, how to control our emotion.
Mhm.
Whenever we're angry, we don't just like throw it out. We must know how to control and how to use proper words when we talk.
Mm-hmm.
And also learn about we call it indomitable spirit, like to have the spirit of never give up. If you want to achieve a certain goal,
Mm-hmm.
you just don't give up and say bye, I don't like it. And all we learn about step by step, baby step on how to achieve your target or your goals. And
Mm-hmm.
so my slogan is called attitude. Attitude determine altitude. I really like that, and I think
Nice.
attitude is one of the elements before we start anything. Like anything, we must have that
That's right.
attitude, right? If you don't have the attitude, it's not easy to change. It's not easy to achieve your goal. And in attitude in everything, I think attitude is like the important skill, important element in any goal setting.
It really is.
I know some people say, I want to achieve that, but I feel like, oh, I'm so tired. I want to sleep more. Yeah. So I'm really grateful that you can share your knowledge. I would like to learn more about your program. So you want to talk more about program? How can we find you? If we like to follow you, how can we do that?
Okay. I'm the author of 6 books, and I have an online course, an online parenting course to help you manage your home. I laid out the steps that I took to get my house to create systems to manage my home. That's what my course offers, and all of these my books and my courses are all linked on my website, which is called homeschoolmomof8.com, just like my name up there, homeschoolmomof8.com. And also my tag is homeschoolmom of 8 on Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest. So you can find me all over those different social media platforms. And like I said, though, my books are all linked to my shop page on my website. So you're able to find it like that. And I would love.
You have a book with you right now. You can show to the.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared for that.
Oh no, that's fine. For podcast listener, it's fine. You can check the description down below. And for YouTuber, not for YouTuber, for YouTube video, you can check the description below.
Well, this is the book right here. Can you see it? It's called Commanded to Homeschool. This is this is chronicling my experience and my journey, how I homeschool and why I started. And you can get this off my website, Commanded to Homeschool. That's my first book. And then go ahead.
Oh, it's really wonderful to know that you have book, and it's actually good resources for all homeschooler parents. And if my kids were younger, I would love to homeschool more. I actually homeschooled them for 4 years when they were younger, but then I had to go back to work, and then they went back to school. Yeah.
Wow. Well, my book is not a how to homeschool book. It's more of a motivational, encouraging book, telling you that you can do it, and it has resources in here telling you where to go and to find more information on how to homeschool. But
oh wow,
and then I also created a series for teenagers who are homeschooled kids, and so it's a 3-part series, but I only have 2. I'm working on the 3rd one. They are all at you can get these from Amazon also. And so that's just 3 of my books, but I have other children's books also. But
wow, you're such a well-established author. I would love to read your book.
Yes, that would be nice. So
yeah, and I'll see you at my training.
Yes.
Training.
Yes, and I'm gonna go and click on that when I'm done.
Yeah. So I hope you enjoy this sharing and also experience shared by Adrienne, as well as this content. If you like this content, make sure you share with your friends and click like. And we'd like to say thank you so much for your support. And make sure you stay healthy, stay safe, and always have confidence within you, because you are special. Okay.
Yes.
Any question, feel free to send us email.
Okay.
Take care. Bye now. Thank you so much
you.
for sharing your knowledge.
Okay, thank you so much, Sarah. Bye.
Bye.